there really wasn't a whole lot of games that I'm aware of around this time period that actually, ouch, that used day and night cycles, or like had some sort of clock inside of it. Like, I do know that Majora's Mask did, and that's really about the first time that I did. I'm pretty sure like Animal Crossing had like the internal clock that was taking care of it, like the first Animal Crossing, but that was on GameCube. But yeah, this section of the game, like using the day and night cycle, like it's annoying. Like, it's definitely annoying, surely, but I really appreciate the fact that it's like at this point in time, like they they put forth the, like, adding that as a mechanic. Like, obviously you would want time in your game because it takes time to play the game, and you know, time is just another variable in there. Like, there was no difference between day and night. Like, day and night would only be like you if you use the day and night card, it changes the way that it looks. So like, you have your like in the Forest of Silence, like, it gets dark and sometimes it'll be, you know, like a thunderstorm outside. But in the daytime, it doesn't do that. Like, it only rains at night, obviously. Don't be foolish. But I do appreciate what they did. Like, they went forward with a kind of a radical idea. Like, they took a chance with it, you know, for how radical an idea it is that, you know, you're adding day and night into your game. But it feels like, to circumvent the problem they invented with day and night, they added the sun and moon cards to solve a problem they created, instead of like implementing it in a more creative way. As I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, if I was to implement something involving like time stones, or, you know, just like going day and night in this game, I think I would probably want to go along the route of having it be in the main cloister there, where everything's at, and then you just, like, you have to get through it, or, you know, you have to make it through a certain section, hit a stone, or, like, you know, flip a switch that causes it to be day and or night. Rather than, like, giving you a limited use item that affects the daytime or the day-night cycle itself. Like, I think I would probably prefer to have that work in a different way. And if I'm next to a room that doesn't allow me to walk through it because it's not the right time of day, I mean, you can fix that just by waiting. You know, you can do that. But it's... I don't mean to say it like this, but it's... okay, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. It's a waste of time. It's just a big waste of time, and I apologize. I know. It's not... okay, it's not bad. It's not a bad mechanic. I just feel like they probably could have done more with it. Like, for instance, like, in the daytime, when you're fighting enemies and, you know, going around doing, you know, your vampire hunting and, you know, junk busting activities, you're more powerful in the daytime and the enemies are weaker. But at nighttime, you're weaker and the enemies are more powerful. Like that, and that really is just, you know, they've already got the day and night, like, in here, so it's like, I don't feel like it would be too... it wouldn't be too difficult for them to have, like, a switch or a check that's just like, you know, if day, power, blah. I know this is, like, really bad programming in itself, because, you know, that's just spaghetti code at that point. I feel like if you're already going to, like, have this going on, then why not add some more fun things into there to assault the player? Like, not just because there's day and night, like, oh, you used too many, you're too bad, you're gonna have to fight an extra boss at the end. Cool, sweet idea, I like that. But there's outside of that, outside of just playing the game and having that be like, we made a puzzle, I wonder how you open this door, it's either a blue moon or an orange sun. Like, it's fucking duh. Like, that's not a hard thing to figure out. Considering that it's like on your UI, the only two things that actually move here are the hand of the clock and the flashing gem. You're already going to be looking at the top because you're checking your status, you're checking your gold, your sub weapon, your hearts or your gems, your health, and then you can see what time it is as well. And you're like, oh, is it day or is it night? Obviously, you can see that. Everybody knows what. Like a way to kind of take it on its head, like you know, adding extra enemies at night, making it more difficult. So it's like when the player is playing through the game, it's like, you know, without them really knowing about like the auto fail mechanic of it being like day and night, you could, in essence, accidentally force them to always want to play in the daytime. But then when they do, they're forcing the time to move ahead, and you're forcing them to fight this boss, and it's like, have the boss give them a nod, like, hey, you know, like, I know you feel safer in the daytime, but you made a big mistake. You know, if you were to have that be a mechanic in itself. Because for me, it feels like that would be a much more rewarding experience if you're like, you didn't quite realize what was going on until it's too late. And then once you have already gotten to the point of, I have played through this whole game and I essentially played it on easy mode by only playing it in the daytime where I'm more powerful and they are weaker, now you have to fight a boss that is locked at night. And it's harder than anything you've encountered. It's kind of why I appreciate the Souls series as much as I do, because they're like, no, this is the difficulty. That's just it. If you don't like it, get good. Which, albeit, kind of sucks for people who aren't very good at video games, or like that's not their genre of choice. The only real risk is that if you play badly, you have to fight a boss. Which is like, you're punishing me for playing the game by making something that I want to do anyway. Like, I don't understand what the risk reward there is, because it's like, you have to fight a boss. Yeah, it's a tough boss, but it's like, you know, you're punishing me for playing the game badly, which, by the way, don't know if you know this or not, but usually when people play a game badly, it's taking longer to get through the game. So your punishment for me playing bad is to make me play longer, rather than like, I get to decide whether or not I want to play it on easy or hard mode, but have the game do it itself. Like, I choose whether or not I want to fight a boss on day or night. I choose whether I want to tackle this level on day or night. But have the rewards be better, you know, like, if you beat the game underneath a certain amount of sun and moon card uses, or you spend more time at night than you do day, like, I don't know, have some kind of reward or something, because like, it's better costumes, or, you know, just bragging rights, achievement points. Like, people like achievement points. If you play the game well, then you have a decent enough time playing through the game. You don't have much of a challenge, and you miss out on a boss fight. So it's like golf. The better you are at it, the less golf you get to play. And I think that's kind of bogus. Like, the easy mode should be, I don't want to go through all these boss fights. Like, I want to just experience the story for what it is. You know, let me have my story mode. Let me enjoy the game for what it is. Let me enjoy it how it is, blah. But like, let the player decide whether they want to have it be hard.